Hello and welcome to Knowledge Circle everyone. In this video we will talk about computer memory. As the word implies, memory means the place where we store anything. Like we store all the memories in our brain. So this is very essential part of human being. Just like this memory is also very important for computer system, because in computer system we have to store some data or information, and for storing these items we need some memory or space. So that's why we can say that memory is very important part of computer system. So in this video we will learn about different types of memory and their examples. Memory can be classified into two types: primary memory and secondary memory. So first of all we will talk about primary memory. Primary memory is also called the main memory, or it is known as internal memory, which is located in the motherboard of the system, okay, which is directly connected to CPU. It is the place where only little bit of data are stored, either by manufacturer or by the user. It can be divided into two forms: RAM and ROM, random access memory, and read-only memory. So one by one we will talk about the both. RAM is a kind of primary memory. It's known as random access memory, and it stores the data currently used by the user, okay, and it is stored temporarily. RAM needs power or electricity to work. When the computer power is turned off, the data stored in the RAM will be erased or deleted automatically. This is a circuit which have separate space or a slot in motherboard, okay. It increases the speed of the computer. RAM is further classified into two parts, that is static RAM and dynamic RAM. Okay, so let's talk about static RAM. As the word refers static, the memory retains its contents as long as the power is supplied. So that's why we can say this is a volatile in nature. SRAM does not need to be refreshed periodically. As we know, there are so many programs which runs in background. SRAM is faster but more expensive than dynamic RAM. Let's talk about dynamic RAM. It also contains data only when electricity is available. Dynamic RAM needs to be refreshed periodically, and because of this RAM works slower than the static RAM. Mainly general PC uses this RAM because it is much cheaper than the static RAM, and it also requires less space. Read-only memory. As the word refers, mainly it can only read the data which is stored in it. This memory is mainly used for our computer when we just turn on our computer. It contains BIOS information, that is basic input output system of the computer. Okay, this is non-volatile in nature. There are three types of ROM: PROM, EPROM and EEPROM. So let's talk about PROM first. See, PROM means programmable read-only memory. It means that it is a kind of read-only memory that can be programmed once only. Means once you have programmed, then it can't be altered, it can't be changed. Okay, so this is a kind of ROM which cannot be changed. EPROM, that is erasable programmable read-only memory. It means that we can change and erase the data. So in EPROM we have the right to change the data. In this we can change the data with the help of ultraviolet rays. Okay, EPROM is more expensive than the PROM. Now we will talk about the third one, that is EEPROM. What is the difference between EPROM and EEPROM? The data stored in EEPROM can be erased with the help of electrical charges. In the place of ultraviolet rays, electrical charges are used to erase the data. It is very expensive. Now let's talk about the secondary memory of the computer, which stores data permanently. The place where we store our personal data in computer system, that is called secondary memory. In this we store data so that when the data is needed we can easily retrieve it. That can be used in the future also. This is the fundamental component of computer. It's non-volatile in nature. It means that when the computer is turned off, the data will remain there in the memory. It will not be lost. There are two ways to access the data from secondary memory. One is sequential and one is direct. Sequential. This is the method in which we search data sequentially or line by line until you find the desired data. Okay. This type of technology is used in magnetic tape. That's why magnetic tape has very less memory capacity and it is very slow. Direct. This is the method in which computer can go directly to the information and that user wants to have. So for that we can have magnetic disk and optical disk, and these secondary devices work very fast. Now I'm going to discuss some of the secondary storage devices. Let's talk about magnetic tape. Magnetic tape appears similar to the tape used in the music cassettes, very old cassettes. It is a plastic tape with magnetic coating. Mainly it is used to store music, movie, etc. It's not used to store data in it because as we know it comes under the sequential axis and it reads data line by line so that we can't find exact location of data. Magnetic disk. This is widely used popular storage medium for direct access secondary storage. This is the place where data are automatically saved when we click on save button. It's non-volatile so that once data is stored in it will not be lost when the power goes off. This is the storage device where we mainly store and install the operating system for our computer such as hard disk, floppy disk, etc. Hard disk, the most important secondary storage device of computer. It's a fixed drive. This is the place where we store our data and information so that we can retrieve further whenever we require. This is the place where we install our operating system so that we can run our computer. Hard disk comes fixed in our system. Nowadays 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte hard disks are very common in the market, and laptop and the desktop comes with 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte hard disk. Floppy disk. This is a removable round flat piece of maler plastic coated with a ferric oxide. This kind of disk is read and written by the floppy disk drive FDD, which is a device which performs basic operation on disk including reading and writing of data. This was used to transfer data from one computer to another. I said it was used. It means nowadays floppy disk is not used. The capacity of the floppy disk is very less. So nowadays floppy disks are replaced by DVD and CD, and nowadays flash drives are used. Optical disk. This is the secondary storage medium in which you can store much more data in it. This is flat, circular, plastic disk coated with material. Optical disc is very popular because of its small in size and has a huge storage capacity. You must have optical disc reader in your computer so that you can read and write data on it. Two examples of optical disc are CD and DVD. Compact disc. It's mainly used for storing data, music, movie, videos, softwares. It can store video up to 80 minutes. The capacity of a CD is 700 MB. Because of its high storage capacity, it's very popular. Data stored in CD in the forms of bits. To avail the services of CD, what we need to have a CD drive. There are two types of CD, that is CD-ROM and CD-RW. Digital versatile disc DVD. It has more capacity than a CD. Okay, the capacity is up to 4.7 gigabyte. The same work that we do in CD, that can be done to DVD also. The main thing is the capacity is more. It also comes in two forms, rewritable and read-only memory. Let's talk about some storage devices which are very popular nowadays. Flash drive or USB drive. These are very small in size and the capacity of these devices are very high. It comes into the form of 128 GB, 64 GB also. Blu-ray disc. Blu-ray disc is having more capacity than CD and DVD. The capacity of Blu-ray disc is more than CD or DVD, 70 times more than CD or DVD. That is up to 50 gigabyte. So it can store large amount of information. So that's all we have for this video about memory and memory devices. Like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon for the latest notifications.